watching it 100%, and Kevin Smith liked it again, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, you should have reached out to him. Maybe he'd have been a guest on the episode. Jeez.
I highly doubt it.
I know. No, I mean, Kevin Smith, that's why I like him, though. He's very, he had his podcast where he talked about, or no, it was the show on AMC. It was like the Comic Book Man or whatever, right? He did that. Yeah, dude. Like, he's a real dude. Like, I don't know. I've always liked him. I always thought he was just like a funny writer, very perceptive of just like what's going on in the culture. And I don't know. I've always loved his work.
I wonder if Jay still lives in his basement.
No. They talked, dude, Jason Mewes was on, I want to say Steve-O's podcast. I can't remember now, but he went on a podcast and he was talking about, dude, he makes a living off of Twitch now.
Oh, really?
He streams daily.
He just plays games and gets paid?
Yeah, dude. So I think, and I want to say I don't know if you watched the end credits of Clerks 3, but it's Kevin Smith kind of like talking throughout the credits, and he's basically just like talking about his life and the movies that he's made. And right at the bottom at the end, it says, like, you want to see more Jason Mewes? Follow him at Twitch. And it's, like, his name or whatever. So,
dude, I bet he just plays games all day and just says funny shit.
Oh, yeah. I think that's literally it. He's like, yeah, man, I do, like, 7 hours a day. And, like, he's just... I think he's sober, though, now, because he had a rough couple years. But yeah, no, so he Twitches a shit ton, so you can watch him there. But, yeah, man, it was just kind of sad, like... Obviously, this is probably it. I don't think they'd make a Clerks 4, but...
No.
Did Dante need to die? Did he?
Well, here's the only thing I didn't like. So, Randy got a heart attack. Or is it Randall? Am I saying...
Yeah, Randall.
Why am I saying Randy? Yeah, Randall got a heart attack, and he survived it, like Kevin Smith. And then, first of all, I don't know if I missed it from Clerks 2, or I was just... it seemed like a late introduction. Did we know Rosario Dawson died?
No.
Okay, because I felt like half the movie went by and it kept saying she died, and I'm like, did I miss something?
No, they just never. Yeah, they end up together at the end of Clerks 2, and I think she's pregnant.
Yeah, she got pregnant, and then a drunk driver hit her, which he said. I wish they did something else with Dante. Like, cool, it's fine that he died, but like he also got a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, he did.
First off, I thought he was dead when he fell in the store because he looked pretty dead.
Yeah.
And then. When he was playing the movie for him, and I was watching, the Clerks 1 clips, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, it's a homage to the first one. And then the camera, like, looked at him with the breathing thing in his face. I was like, dude, are they going to kill Dante right now? and then when he died, I was like, no.
I know. I was like, wait, why does he have to die? Like,
yeah, I mean, it would be pretty rare if they both made it, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think it's also pretty rare that both of them have a heart attack within, like, a month.
That's also very true.
And they're both, like, not even 50.
Yeah, like they said, they ate a lot of movies.
Jesus Christ. Kevin Smith was very overweight, so it's like, okay. But, like, Dante and Randall they're overweight, but they're not, like, morbidly obese. So, like...
I feel like they're normal Americans in their mid to late 40s.
That's normal.
I feel like that's the normal physique.
Oh my God. So like what? So like most people are probably, by this logic would have a heart attack then?
If you're eating poorly, yeah.
Jeez. All right. So don't make most of your diet convenience store food and fast food.
Also, did you notice the Cheerios box in the background at the store was Cheerios because it had a Canadian maple leaf on it?
Dude, all the candy was, all the soda, all the cereal was like fake stuff.
Oh, yeah. But it's just funny that, like, I found it funny that Kevin Smith just was like, let's add, like, a Canadian twist to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of little, like, weird little things like that. I don't know. I did notice the Cheerio box, and there was another one that was, like, magic. It was Lucky Charms, but it was a spoof on that, so I don't know.
Was Elias in the second one?
Yeah.
Don't remember him at all.
Oh.
It's been so long.
I liked a lot that he came back, but I wasn't crazy about his Silent Bob. I was like, why does he have one?
Yeah, was that guy new?
Yeah, he's new.
Okay, yeah, that was weird. He had like a silent friend.
Yeah.
Found it hilarious that Sarah Michelle Gellar and Fred Armisen were in it.
Uh-huh.
Even Danny Trejo. Like, I just like that they all were there. Sarah Michelle Gellar said something really funny. She had one line. She, like, said something and, like, cursed really loud, and I don't know why I found it really funny, but...
Yeah, I can't remember. I saw it on a plane a week ago, so it's been a little while.
Ethan Suplee,
Mm-hmm.
Donald Rawlings, like just great cast.
Oh yeah, no, it was nice. Dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did tear up on the airplane. I was like, I don't know, man. Like Dante's dead. Like fuck. Like it is kind of sad. But I mean, I think of the three, it's probably my like least favorite. It's like the least funny to me, but I can still really appreciate it for what it is, you know. And again, I mean, we keep talking about this. I can't remember the last comedy movie that like has had me really laughing, except for Jackass. I mean, like, you know, written comedies that has made me laugh. And I think Kevin Smith probably is a product of the times now. Like, he couldn't write a movie like Clerks 1 today, you know, or even Clerks 2 today.
Yeah, and I found it funny that Jay did say he's the clique commander. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah. From Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, yeah.
Yeah, so he says that. He says Snoochie Boochums, which I thought one of the funniest things of the movie was when Jay was like, I wouldn't even say these things. And Randall's like, these are all things you have said.
Oh, yeah. Actually, there was one thing that really made me laugh when he's just like, yeah, he's like, we need to go help Dante. And he's like, who? And he's like, the other guy that works with me. He's like, oh, I thought his name was Sergio. It's like, what?
They've been there for like 20
years. Like, I like that. Like, that was fun.
When Jay and Silent Bob were in the movie store, he's like, where's the old video store? And Randall and Dante look around at all the VHSs and they're like, oh.
Yeah, so they're just like full-blown stoners. But I have smoked they sell those, the Snoochie Boochie like pre-roll joint. They're pretty strong. They're really no joke.
That was also funny when they were doing like the old school drug deals, trying not to be seen. He's like, that's how we did in the 90s, son.
Yeah.
It's like perfectly legal now.
Yeah, like now nobody cares. But I think that's another funny thing. They show the difference in like the way marijuana is treated compared to then to now. And the other thing I noticed, which, you know, probably a lot of people don't really notice, is in the first movie, the cigarettes, dude, they cost like $1. And now they're like $15 or whatever. So like you just notice all these little differences in the store and the prices and inflation and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, if you're a fan of the first and the second one, like you should definitely see this. It'd be a shame if you passed up on the way this concludes.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, but I was just waiting for Shannon Elizabeth to pop up. Like,
why?
I don't know, because I mean she's in Jay and Silent Bob and she's friends with Kevin Smith's wife who's in this series. I don't know. I just thought like Jay would be in the store like doing something and see her and be like, oh shit, it's whatever her name is.
That she's in Jay and Silent Bob the reboot.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's the sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. But I think this is better than that.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch Clerks 2. It's been too long.
Yeah, no, I love Clerks 2. I thought Clerks 2 was like a very good sequel to Clerks 1. Still think the first one's the best, but I really enjoyed this. Dude, I hate that he's having trouble finding distribution. I hate that he's just not making money with these movies either. I hate it, dude. Makes me sad.
Yeah, so why was he having distribution issues with this film?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I mean, I know Jay and Silent Bob the reboot, like that was a pain in the ass to find. I couldn't find that movie really.
Like this wasn't like vulgar at all.
No,
like not in comparison to the original ones.
No, definitely not. But let's see. Like Jay and Silent Bob reboot, the budget was $10 million and it made 4.7. And then this one, the budget was 7 and it's only made 3.8.
Like he's losing money on these?
A lot of money on these. I mean, like, a lot. Like, half of the budget not even making it back.
It wasn't really in theaters, though.
I don't think so. I mean, I had to watch it on a fucking airplane. I don't even know where I can find this. So, it had a world premiere in Red Banks, New Jersey on September 4th, and then it was released by Lionsgate on September 13th. But, like, dude, I did not know this was in theaters. Like, I didn't see trailer. I mean, I saw the trailer, but I didn't see any promos for any of it. So, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, and like I said, the only reason I knew it was coming out is because I think I saw it somewhere on social media, and it was not in any theaters. Couldn't stream it. I don't get it. I think people are maybe just afraid of maybe his past work, and they're like, I just don't want to touch it with the times. I'm not sure.
I know. It's very strange. I mean, I want to know if he, you know, funded this himself, if he did get people to back it. I just don't know enough about that, but I mean, the reviews aren't amazing, but they're not terrible either, you know, so.
It got a 6.4.
Yeah.
It's the lowest of the three. Clerks 1 got a 7.7, Clerks 2 got a 7.3. So this was significantly lower, but I think it was a good wrap-up to the trilogy.
Yeah.
And it may not have been like bend over, clench your stomach laughing that hard, but it was, and I was thinking about this while watching it, it was like one of the most realistic movies that I've enjoyed in a while, because most of the movies that are coming out today, heavily green screen, done on computer, special effects, this and that. And this was really good considering it was just like two guys in a convenience store,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of what Kevin Smith's good at, is just capturing the mundane and just like, I don't know, stuff everybody can relate to. It's just you work a shitty job and you just kind of just bullshit with your friends when you work there. I don't know. It's reminded me of working at Hoyt's. I mean, I loved being a kid and seeing the first Clerks, because I was like, dude, this is like my life. Like, you just talk to the people you work with, you bullshit about stuff, and I don't know. It's just kind of sad.
Well, yeah, but you were in high school, so these guys were in like their 50s.
That's why. Yeah, I was gonna say it's sad.
Yeah, I also like the subliminal messages too, because obviously Kevin Smith was saying, I think it was Rosario Dawson talking to Dante in the graveyard, where she was saying, like, go out and live your life. Like, your life might, like, suck now or seem boring, but, like, you can change that and you can do whatever you want. And I think Kevin Smith was also trying to make the point that, like, any day something could just happen.
Right. 100%. That was, I mean, I love that line where she's just like, you have the ability to write a new chapter. It's like, my book's over. Fuck. Like, that's so real. Like, people are like, well, I can't change my life because I've done this, that, and the other thing. It's like, you can, though. And it's like, as long as you're not dead, you literally can change your life. I think Kevin Smith's living proof of that. Like, he almost died, he survived, and he's like, I'm going to change my entire life. And now he looks the best. He's probably in the best health he's ever been in, probably. And
he did look oddly tan in this movie. Did his face, was his face not, like, super brown to you?
The only time I've ever seen Kevin Smith outside of a movie is, like, when he's on Instagram or whatever, like, running up a canyon and, like, crying about, like, a Batman comic or something, taking a picture of him, like, crying on a mountain. So I think he gets a lot of outdoor exercise.
Dude, I couldn't tan if he was, like, actually tan from going somewhere, or he used, like, fake spray tan, because his face looked really brown.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But, yeah, every time I do see him, he's always just like, that Batman comic was so good. And he's, like, crying. Or he's like, I just saw Star Wars and it was so good. So I'm like, why?
Oh, dude. All the movie references, so funny. I love it.
Oh, yeah. What do you talk about, Star Wars or Disney? He's like, nah, fuck that. I'm not talking about Star Wars. I'm going to get sued by Disney.
Oh, dude. All right, so 6.4. What would you give it out of 10?
I'm going 7. I liked it. And it's not hilarious, but if you like anything Kevin Smith's done, definitely watch this movie.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I wish they explained the Rosario Dawson situation a little earlier, because I spent like almost half the movie being like, did I miss something? Like, what is going on? So I wish they kind of just, maybe Dante had like a flashback while he was like napping on the counter or something. Also kind of wish if they're going to kill Dante, it would have been of something else, but maybe Kevin Smith did this intentionally, saying, like, just because one person lived from a heart attack doesn't mean Dante would, for example. I don't know if it was intentional or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it was just kind of be like, hey, I'm all done with the Clerks series. So I don't know. You ever see the cartoon on ABC?
No, I know about it though.
Yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it. I bought it and I ended up selling it because I was like, oh my god, I love Clerks. And this is before Clerks 2, so I was like, I can't wait to see what they do. And yeah. Well, you can't translate Clerks to ABC. It just doesn't work.
No, yeah. That's like a Comedy Central or preferably Adult Swim.
Exactly. It would have done very well, I think, if it was on either of those. But I think it came out in like 2001 or 99 or something like that. And you're like, this isn't going to work on ABC. Like, get out of here. But, well, everybody, thank you very much for listening into our discussion on Clerks 3 today. If you haven't had a chance, we released our episode on Dog Soldiers, which was a very good movie, so you can check that out. That came out on Monday. And we will see you all next Friday with Terrifier 2. So get ready for that. And, yeah, we'll see everybody next week.